I'm here for it, ma'am. So today we are reviewing the brand new Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. This quite literally just got dropped off at my door. I was already filming a foundation review for the Tower 28 foundation and I was like, perfect timing, let's 2-in-1. Anyway, a lot of people are saying this is the eyeshadow palette of the year, or is it the best palette of the year? It's got a lot of hype. It is very beautiful. I will attest to that. But let's put this to the test and actually see if this really is the best palette of the year, shall we? So before we get started, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get stuck straight into it. Alrighty, so this is the Huda Rose Quartz palette. Now this is the outer packaging. This honestly has to be some of the most beautiful outer packaging that I have actually ever seen from a makeup product, including Pat, Natasha, all of that. This rose quartz, you need to see it in like person, but the dimension and the prettiness of this actual particular packaging is so beautiful. And let's be real, one of the reasons why I picked this up. My makeup little packaging gremlin is so completely satisfied by this product. Even the outer carton, you will not be able to tell this on camera, but the outer carton has like the softest like pink watercolor fleck through it, and it's beautiful. It's like no detail has been left unturned. Let's have a quick look at the palette on the inside, shall we? So you get your typical Huda mirror, which is beautiful, and then this is the palette itself. It is so pretty. I can guarantee you that, like, as I always say, camera is not going to do it justice because it's going to wash it out a little bit. You really need to see this in person. The like marbly kind of metallic shades are just so pretty and like they have so much dimension to them. I'm here for it. Now obviously you know that Huda has her larger palettes like this. These ones are made in Italy, and then she has her little ones like this, which is like the Wild Obsessions collection. These ones are made in China. Is there a difference in the formula? I haven't tried this yet, so we'll see. But yes, I do generally find that the bigger palettes are slightly better quality than these. However, I will admit that the Wild Obsessions palettes were exceptional quality. Are they the best quality of eyeshadow I've ever tried? No. But they are still a very good quality palette. Now the cost of this palette was 108 Australian dollars, and I believe it is 67 US dollars. You can pretty much get this palette everywhere. You can get it even from Sephora Australia already. I know we got it on launch day, hella freaking Luya. You can get it from Sephora in the US. You can get it from Cult Beauty. You can get it from Huda like directly. Look fantastic, all those kinds of things. If you're in the US, you obviously have the 20% off VIB, I think it's called, sale that coming up, you lucky ducks, and you can pick this up in that sale if you wish. Now this palette did come in a collection as well. The highlighter, like the face gloss highlighter, looks absolutely stunning. The packaging on that particular product, that makes me want it so bad, but I 100% know I will never use that product, so I'm not going to pick it up. And if it was anything else, I probably would have, but I just will not use a face gloss like that. I know I won't. The other cool thing is this palette, they did this really good bundle deal where it was 200 Australian dollars, and I think it's about 125 US dollars, and you get this palette, the 3 like rose quartz brushes, the new lip balm that she brought out with this collection, and a pink like cosmetic bag. And if you have someone that you know definitely wants this palette for like Christmas or something, and you're looking to spend about that much on them, 100% pick that up. They will love you for it. It is actually a really beautiful bundle. I was super tempted by it, but I was like, you know, I don't need it because I have those products already and it would be a waste for me. But if you have someone that like loves makeups and that's like your budget for them, that is an awesome gift, in my opinion, anyway. This particular palette, what she says she has in here is shades blend true to color on all skin tones. I would be very interested to see medium, deep, dark skin tones reviews on this palette then. 8 velvety soft pigmented mattes, 3 high shine buttery metallics, 3 pearly soft shine metallics, 3 quartz inspired multi shimmer marble creams, interesting, 1 crushed stone pearly gloss hybrid, and it says minimal fallout and kickback. I am super interested to test this out then. It sounds like she's made some tweaks to her formula because normally her formula does have quite a bit of fallout and kickback, and I find that her metallics in the bigger palettes like this are quite crumbly and flaky, so I'll be super interested to see if this is any different. Now the only shade in here that I could have done without is this gloss shade right here. I don't know how other people feel about this. I really could have done without it. It is in the Naughty Nude palette. It's like that original one that everyone was like, this looks like bacteria. So So like this one right here, for example, I don't like it. It's never gonna work for me because I have hooded eyes, so any kind of cream shadow or glossy shadow, it just creases straight away because of my lid. But I just, yeah, I mean, it's not something that I think the everyday makeup wearer would really use anyway. It's cool to look at and it's probably cool and fun to like, you know, smush your finger in there and get it all around, but like, I would have preferred a different shade just because I know that I'm not gonna use that. Everything else in here though, like the color story of this particular eyeshadow palette looks so beautiful. This shadow, all of the metallics look so pretty. I'm excited to like do a 3 looks 1 palette with this actually because it just looks very, very beautiful. Now, I will say that I was nearly not going to get this palette because I do feel like it has some similarities with the Mercury Retrograde and Nude palette. So you know that I'm going to do swatch comparisons of all 3 of these palettes because I can see how there are some similarities with Mercury Retrograde and also the new Nude palette and between the new Rose Quartz palette. I think that they're gonna be different when you actually swatch them, but I can see how some people are either maybe trying to pick between the 3, or if they have like either new Nude or Mercury Retrograde or both, how they're like, I don't really need this Rose Quartz palette, because that was me truly and honestly, but then the packaging just overwhelmed me in the color story. So I will do swatch comparisons for you as well so that you can see exactly like how similar they are. And I think that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm actually going to create my eye look and everything first, but you're going to see the swatches first and then we'll do the eye look together. So just a jiffy. Alrighty, welcome back. We have this eye done. I just did a quick little halo eye. So I'm gonna recreate this for you guys, and then obviously I will also do a 3 looks 1 palette so you guys can get ideas of more looks. I will say this palette is so much more purple than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a lot more cool tony, like leaning towards a pink vibe, but it is really quite purplish. So there you go. I don't know if purplish is a word. It is now. But anyway, I'm not mad at it, but it's just more purple than I thought. So I've primed with my NARS primer today. And the first shade that I'm going into is Radiate, which is this shade right here in the bottom row. And I'm just taking this on a Delium Tools 776 blending brush. And I'm just gonna really softly like just run this through the crease and build it up on the outer and inner corners. So I'm gonna start quite soft with it and then build. Already I can tell you that the mattes are the normal matte Huda formula. So if you like her normal formula of mattes, by the way, I'm just switching to a Delium Tools 781. It's just a little bit smaller so that I can put these in, like this shadow in the inner and outer corners here. Yeah, this shadow is definitely like the mattes so far are performing exactly how Huda's mattes perform. If you have Naughty Nude, they're like pretty much the exact same formula, I'm gonna assume, because they're performing the same. So I'm not mad at them, they're quite nice. They're easy to blend, there's no patchiness or anything like that. Is it like my all-time favorite? No. Sydney Grace and Natasha Denona would have my all-time favorite mattes. But it's still lovely, like it's, you know, I'm not sitting here hating them or anything like that. It's still very, very lovely. Like you can see how quick and easy that blended out and how softly it's blended as well. Now I'm picking up my Rephr 13 and I'm going to take a mixture of Mantra and Aura. So a little bit of this one and a little bit of this one. And I'm just going to slowly build up on the outer and inner corners here. I'm picking up that original shade Radiate on that same Delium Tools brush and I'm just going to run this over the edges so that there's no harsh lines. Now I'm just taking that Radiate shade on the Delium Tools brush as well and I'm just gonna run this underneath the lower lash line. I don't know why I say it like that, but it just comes out that way every time. And then I'm gonna pick up that Rephr 13 as well with just a smidge of Mantra mixed with Aura and I'll also just pop that on the outer corner here. I don't want to deepen it up and have it too smoky, just a smidge. Now we're taking my Milk Hydro Grip Primer and I'm going to lay this in the center for the halo eye. Now you don't have to use this, it's just what I like to do. So up to you. Otherwise I would just wet the brush or just use your finger, whatever floats your boat. It's your laugh, my darling. Now I'm going into Blissful because when I swatched this shade, it was very, very pretty. It's very dimensional. I'm just taking it on my finger and just patting it because I find with Huda's metallics, this is the best way to go. But do you want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about the shade? Look at it. It's so cosmic and pretty. My gosh, this like underneath like, you know, nighttime lighting where like it sparkles. Ooh, Nelly. It's gonna be, oh, it's so pretty, you guys. It is so, so pretty. Look at that dimension, it's so stunning. Now the other thing that I did was I took a little bit of Moon Magic, which is this shade right here, and I just put a little bit of that over the top just to kind of, I just kind of like tapped it. See how it just adds a little something, something? Oof. I'm here for it, ma'am. It's so pretty. These metallics, you guys, they're good. They're good. I didn't even get any fallout from that shade at all. Very impressed. I like this metallic formula in her palette a lot more than her other metallic formulas. It's nice. Now I'm just taking that Rephr 13 and I've got no extra color on it, and I'm just gonna tap this over the sides here because it is quite a harsh line, and we're just going to like marry them together a bit. For inner corner, I took Self Love, which is like, oof. I tell you what, it's not the same. It's not the same quality, but it's giving me Pat McGrath vibes. It really is. I'm just taking this on a Luna 6 and I'm gonna pop it on the inner corner, and I'm gonna kind of like swoop it up and underneath here as well. It's giving me Pat McGrath vibes because the shadows are quite soft and a lot of them have that like, they're like that white base and then they shift with the color. Yeah. It's given me the Pat vibes. I just put my Charlotte black eyeliner in the top waterline and then ColourPop Crybaby in the lower waterline. And I'm also gonna take my NARS Climax Extreme mascara here. I'm gonna go put that on, I'm gonna do my lips, and we will come right back and I will wrap my thoughts up for you guys. Okie dokie, you guys, this is the finished makeup look using Huda Beauty Rose Quartz. Do I think you should pick this palette up? I'm gonna say what I always say, everyone's value of $1 is completely different. So if this is calling your name, if the color scheme is calling your name and it is reasonable cost to you, then yes, I do not think you will regret it. Do I think this is like the best palette of 2021 that I've tried? No. No, I do not. I personally think that the Pat McGrath Celestial Odyssey Natasha Denona Retro, I think I like them more. I'm gonna need to test this out a lot more, but is it instantly like, for me, oh my god, this is the best palette I've tried all year? No, it's not. Is it a great palette? Yes, it is. Do I like it more so far than her other palettes? Yes, I do. And I know I haven't used every shadow of these on my eyes yet, but even just from swatching them, the metallics feel a lot more like everyday friendly in terms of like they're not so flaky. And they're quite pigmented. So even just the formulas I've tried, like these shadows that I put on my lids today were beautiful, and this look was so quick and easy and seamless to create, and it really didn't have a lot of fallout, which Huda's palettes normally do, and that's why I don't always reach for them, because it, like, I like to do my face makeup first, but with Huda's you kind of usually need to do your eyes first. So I really enjoy that about this palette. I think this is, I do feel like consistently Huda with her big palettes, each big palette, honestly the formula gets like slightly better and slightly better and slightly better. So I do think that this is like an upgrade in formula again from the Naughty Nude and from the others in her collection. So far this is actually my favorite one in her collection, just from even swatching the shades. It's really, really pretty. I think purple's definitely been the color of the year. I'll be interested to see what color comes out like next year, because obviously we had like Norvina Volume 4 and all that kind of jazz this year, but it's very, very pretty. It's very, very everyday wearable. If you're looking to incorporate like some soft purples and mauves, it's very, very everyday wearable. I feel like potentially some of you might ask me how this compares to Natasha Denona Retro. It doesn't. It truly doesn't. It's very, very different to Natasha Denona Retro if that's what you're concerned about. Same with Glam. It's very different. But I think the closest things would be Nude and Mercury Retrograde. So just make sure you check out those swatch comparisons and see what you like more. I don't think you would regret it if you picked this little bad boy up though. I really don't. It's very pretty. I'm happy to have it in my collection and I'm very excited to do 3 looks 1 palette with it and like really play around with it some more. So that is my 2 little cents. So now it is back to you. Tell me your thoughts. Have you picked this palette up? Are you planning on picking it up? Is it on your Christmas wish list, or is it just like, no, I think it's really an easy pass for me? Let me know what your thoughts are. And do you like the look? What do you think? Now, if you're watching till this point, I truly appreciate you so, so much. Thank you. And please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.